Someone cares deeply for you, but this connection is not allowed right now. Take a moment to pause whatever you are doing. If you can, gently close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath. Pay attention to your heartbeat and let the noise around you fade away. There is a reason you are hearing this message today. You did not come across it by chance. In a universe so vast, nothing happens without a purpose. Nothing happens by accident. Everything is connected, and things move where they are meant to be. You came across this message because you are already searching for answers. There is someone you keep thinking about. Maybe their face came to mind right away. Maybe it is a name you avoid saying, but it stays with you in your thoughts. There is something important you need to know about this connection. You are not imagining it. You are not making it up. Your feelings are real. Even when you feel alone, someone out there is deeply focused on you. Even though there is a long silence between you, this is not a small crush or a passing interest. It is much deeper than that. The feelings involved are strong and serious. However, this connection is not allowed to move forward. The word forbidden means there is a barrier in the way. No matter how strong the feelings are, something is stopping the relationship from growing. Because of this, you may feel confused or stuck, like you are waiting for something that never seems to happen. This can be painful and frustrating. But there is more going on than you can see. To feel calmer about this situation, there are two important truths you need to understand. Today, we will focus on the first one. You need to know that this person's silence does not mean they do not care. Many people believe that if someone is not calling, texting, or reaching out, it means they have no feelings. We are often taught that love must always show itself through action, but in a connection that cannot be openly expressed, silence can mean the opposite. This silence is not empty. It holds feelings that are too strong and complicated to be shared. This person thinks about you constantly, but not in a carefree or joyful way. Their thoughts are heavy, serious, and deeply emotional. Their thoughts are heavy and intense. They are not just imagining things for fun. They are struggling inside. You came into their life suddenly and changed it in ways they did not expect. You challenged how they see themselves and the life they thought they understood. Because of this, they feel afraid. They feel a strong pull toward you that does not make sense to them, and it scares them because they cannot control it. Think about the person you have in mind. To others, they probably seem calm and in control. They may look like everything in their life is going well and that they are moving forward, but this is only what they show on the outside. Inside, they are fighting a difficult battle. This is the first important thing you need to understand. This person is struggling with their own feelings every day because of you. They are not fighting against you. They are fighting their own heart. Imagine waking up each morning and thinking first about someone you cannot be with. This is what their life feels like every day. They wake up, and thoughts of you are already there. They try to push those thoughts away. They focus on their job, their family, their responsibilities, or even a current partner. They fill their days with activity, hoping the thoughts of you will fade, but they do not. The more they try to ignore you, the stronger the thoughts become. This is why the connection feels forbidden. It is not because it is wrong or unwanted. It is because real-life situations stand in the way. They may already be married or in a serious relationship. There may be strong differences in culture or religion. Distance could separate you by many miles. Or there could be work rules that cannot be broken. Whatever the reason, the barrier feels real and unmovable to them, like a mountain they cannot climb. So, they choose to hold themselves back. They stay silent and keep their feelings inside. Holding back from you takes a great deal of effort for them. Each time they want to contact you, they must stop themselves. When they see something that reminds them of you, a song, a color, or certain words, they force their attention elsewhere. They are constantly controlling their own feelings, as if they are guarding their own heart. This inner struggle is tiring. If you have felt sudden tiredness or unexplained sadness or frustration, you may be sensing what they are going through. There is a strong connection between you, even if you cannot see it. When they resist their feelings, you may feel that tension too. This can explain why their behavior feels confusing. Some days they seem warm and close. Other days they pull away. When they seem distant, it is because they are managing to hold back their feelings. When they seem close, their emotions are stronger than their control. They are trying to do what they believe is right. They are trying to meet their responsibilities and follow social expectations. In their mind, staying away from you feels like the best way to keep their life from falling into disorder. They believe that letting you fully into their life could cause everything they have built to fall apart. And they may be right. Deep and true love often changes people before it brings something new. It removes what is false and forces hard truths to the surface. On some level, they understand this and are not ready for that kind of change. You represent a truth they are afraid to face. You may reflect a life they wish they had chosen, or a version of themselves they have pushed aside. Because of this, they keep their feelings hidden. They care about you quietly. They have private conversations with you and their thoughts that they would never say out loud. When no one is watching, they look at your photo, study your eyes, and wonder if you feel the connection too. Do not assume their lack of action means they do not care. It takes no effort to ignore someone who means nothing. It takes great effort to stay away from someone who deeply matters. The silence between you is powerful, and the distance is filled with strong, unspoken emotion. They do not feel distant or uncaring. They feel frozen. They are caught between the life they are living now and the life they wish they could live with you. This is painful for both of you. You may be waiting for a sign, while they are trying hard not to show any signs at all. But feelings do not disappear. When they are held back, they grow stronger. It is like water building up behind a wall. Each day they do not reach out adds more pressure. Over time, something will have to change. For now, it is important to understand this. Their silence is a form of protection. It is the only way they know how to cope with how strong their feelings are. Take a moment to think about whether this matches your own experience. Can you sense the quiet struggle of the person you are thinking about? If you feel comfortable, share your story. You can write, "I trust the timing of my life," and let others know what you are going through. Many people feel this same push and pull. Supporting one another matters, because this kind of journey can feel lonely. But you are not alone. We are all finding our way through these deep emotions together. When you understand that they are struggling with themselves, you can stop being so hard on yourself. You no longer need to wonder what is wrong with you or question your value. Their silence has nothing to do with you not being good enough. You are enough, just as you are. In fact, your presence has a strong impact on them. You make them face truths about their own life that they have been avoiding. That can feel overwhelming to them. So take a slow breath. Let go of the need to push them to act. Try to release the worry that comes from the silence. Even in quiet moments, their thoughts are full of you. This is a challenge they must face on their own. You cannot fix it for them. All you can do is stay true to yourself and trust what you know. The connection is real, and the feelings are real. The question of timing is still unclear, and that will be explored next. Now that we understand the silence and the inner struggle they are facing, it is time to look deeper. The next step is to understand why this situation has appeared in your life at all. You may be asking yourself why this person came into your life if you cannot be with them. You might even feel like it is unfair or painful, but it is important to know that life does not bring love into your path to harm you. Love appears to help you grow and learn. This leads to a second important truth about this difficult connection. It may be emotional to hear, but it can also bring relief. The truth is that this connection exists mainly to change you, not always to become a typical relationship. This idea can be hard to accept. Many of us believe that every strong connection should lead to marriage, a shared home, or a clear public relationship. When that does not happen, we assume something went wrong. But growth does not depend on labels or outcomes. Growth is about change. This person came into your life to wake you up. Some people stay with us for a long time, while others appear to help us see ourselves more clearly. The person you keep thinking about belongs to the second group. They are someone who pushes you to change and grow. Before you met them, there may have been parts of your life where you were simply going through the motions without truly paying attention. Their presence has helped you see those areas more clearly. Before this person entered your life, you were moving through your days on routine. You felt sure about who you were and what you wanted. Then they appeared. and everything began to feel different. They did more than catch your attention. They touched something deep inside you. They came into your life to help you see something important, and the same is true the other way around. You are reflecting each other, like mirrors. When you look at them, you may see things you want, but more importantly, you see parts of yourself that have been quiet or hidden for a long time. They may remind you of freedom you stopped allowing yourself. They might awaken creativity or passion you set aside in order to be practical or responsible. Their presence opens those locked doors in your mind. At the same time, you are doing this for them as well. Because of you, they are questioning their own choices. They are thinking deeply about how honest they have been with their feelings. They are looking closely at the life they built, perhaps a life that looks perfect from the outside, and realizing that something important may be missing. They are beginning to see that they have accepted less than what they truly want. They realize they have ignored their own feelings for a long time. You are the change they needed, even if they are afraid to admit it. This is why the connection feels so strong. Even if nothing physical has happened, even if you have never shared a kiss or said the words "I love you," the connection is still real. It matters. Do not let anyone tell you that it is silly to feel sad over a relationship that never became official. In many ways, it did begin the moment you recognized each other on a deeper level. This kind of connection exists beyond social rules and expectations. Society has limits, timelines, and reasons why certain relationships should not happen. But deep feelings do not follow those rules. They respond to honesty and truth. The truth is that this person made you feel truly understood in a way you may not have felt before. They pulled you toward personal growth that you could not ignore. Take a moment to notice how much you have changed since they entered your life. Have you noticed changes in how you see the world? Maybe you are listening to new music, reading different books, or thinking more deeply than before. Perhaps you are paying closer attention to your own feelings. That is the real purpose of this connection. Even if this person gave you nothing more than this moment of awareness and self-discovery, it would still be meaningful. We often focus too much on what we can see and touch. We want messages, dates, and clear signs that we matter. But if you remove all of that and look at what is left, something important remains. What remains is a version of you that feels more awake and alive. What also remains is a version of them that is beginning to feel again after being emotionally closed for a long time. Because of this, the connection can feel unfinished, like something important is still unresolved. You may feel like there is a story between you that has not been finished yet. That feeling makes sense. But the beginning of this story is not about romance. It is about healing. It is about bringing parts of your heart back to life that had been quiet or forgotten. This is why letting go feels so hard. You are not holding on to a person alone. You are holding on to the new sense of life and awareness they awakened in you. When a relationship cannot move forward openly, all the shallow parts fall away. You cannot rely on dates or shared routines. Instead, you connect in quiet moments. You connect through feeling rather than action. This can create a bond that feels deeper than many ordinary relationships. Over time, you learn to understand each other without words. You may sense their emotions, even from far away. You become very aware of them. This intensity is not random. It pushes you to face your fears and ask important questions. What do I truly believe about love? Am I willing to want something deeply? Am I willing to be honest with myself? These questions can be frightening. That is why the other person may pull away. They are not ready to face these questions yet. When they look at the reflection you bring into their life, they feel afraid of what they see. They see the possibility of a happiness that challenges the life they are used to. Because of that, they pull back and become quiet. But even in the silence, change is still happening. Once something meaningful has been felt, it cannot be undone. Both of you have been changed by this experience, and life cannot return to how it was before. Take a moment to think about the biggest change this person has brought into your life. Have you become more patient? Have you realized you deserve more than you once accepted? Have you grown more aware of your inner life? These changes matter. If you feel comfortable, you can share what you have learned by writing, "I am growing through this love." This is a way of recognizing that the pain has meaning. When you focus on what you are learning, you regain a sense of control. You move from feeling powerless to understanding the lesson this experience is teaching you. Do not judge the value of this connection by how much time you spend together in person. Measure it by how much your heart has grown and how deeply you are now able to feel. Many people go through life without ever experiencing feelings as strong as these. Yes, it can be painful and frustrating, but it is also meaningful.